Hey guys, Bob back again, and today we are going to keep continuing doing the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and today we are going to do Metalhead. And here's the packaging, just like all the other ones. You got the awesome colors and stuff, and here's on the back, if you want to read about him. You can pause it. There you go. It's awesome. As you can see, Donatello created him with leftover Krang parts. Here on the back, you have the old wave and with Metalhead, and you have the other guys with fish face because he has a face and he's a fish, and Dog Pound because he's a dog and he pounds. Anyway, here you go. You got Leonardo, Donatello, Raphael, Michelangelo. What? Okay, there's two Raphaels. Misprint because I'll leave that right there, and he's the only one that has that issue in the misprint there, because if you get out, we'll just bring out Dog Pound's box right quick, and he has the same thing, the same configuration, but they actually have Michelangelo cracked. So that's just kind of weird that they would have a misprint like that. Somebody fell asleep on the job. Pretty cool that there's a misprint. But anyway, so there you go. There's this buy one more time in case you missed it. Anyway, let's get to the nitty gritty. Figure himself, Mr. Metalhead. Shed some light on him. Okay, we'll bring him in. There you go. He's really cool. I really dig him. Now, if you watch the show at all, and some of you reviewers didn't actually watch the show, obviously, we'll go with articulation first. He has a ball jointed head. He looks up a little bit. He looks down. Not too shabby. He has, his arms do not bend here. His fists rotate up at here at the wrists. His arms do go up that far. They go back that far because his shell, which is really cool because it is a sewer, I can't even think, manhole cover. Anyway, this arm is stuck because here's his weapon, and it's like the flamethrower, and it just fits in there, and there's no mechanism or anything, but if you take it and you flick it with the greatest of ease, you have to get it just right. It does fire, and the only bad part is he has a hole right there, but it's not really that bad. I mean, you can't tell when he doesn't have his weapon in. You can kind of tell from the hole. You can see through it, but that doesn't bother me even a little bit, because you can get this guy in some awesome poses. Really cool. Bring it on. Anyway, there's nothing at the waist. His legs do go up and down, back and forth, about that far, about that far. His knees do bend right underneath the knee pads, and his feet have a swivel. Now, his feet are kind of hollow, but I don't have any problem standing him up. And I think he's really cool looking. I mean, I think that's awesome. And if you watch the show, Donatello builds him, but he's like a remote control. He doesn't have his own consciousness. He's not alive. He's a robot. He's a toy. And here's Donatello. And on the show, he's like this big. He's teeny tiny. So this guy, even though he's a figure, he is way out of scale. He needs to be like this short. It doesn't bother me. I mean, it kind of does that he's kind of short, but people would complain even more than that he's tiny. He has some awesome detailing. You could see some like mechanical work in there, some browns. He has arrow there, like a shock hazard kind of thing right there. I really like him. He has this port on top of his head, and if you watch the show, you would know at the end you could take Krang here, or a Krang, and actually have Krang sit up there on the port, and Krang actually controlled Metalhead for a while, and that's awesome looking. I love that. That is so cool. But you can have him control him and fight the turtles, and but that's, since he's made from Krang parts, this kind of port would be the same one that's in his body there, where the Krangs control him. So that is really cool. I think that's really awesome. But anyway, so there you have him. There's Metalhead. One more size comparison, just so you guys can know how, if you have Michelangelo, he's the shortest of the turtle, and Metalhead is about the same height. He's actually might be a tad taller. Oh, I don't know. They're about the same. Not too bad. But Metalhead should be like here, because he was a tiny little robot guy. He was just a toy, like I said. He wasn't alive or any of that kind of stuff. So anyway, I think if you're collecting these turtles, you need him in your collection, just because he's a cool, even though he was only in one episode, hopefully, with any luck, we'll see him again, and he might actually become, you know, the fight against the turtles like he did in the old school cartoon, where he actually became alive and he was an enemy to the turtles. But for right now, he was in one episode, and it was a really cool episode because Donatello was controlling him and forgot the speaker was on of his mouth and kind of confessed his love to April. But that was kind of funny. And but anyway, there he is. There's Metalhead, and this has been Bob. And I want to thank you guys for watching, and make sure you like and comment and subscribe. And we'll talk to you guys later. Have a great day.